Okay, hopefully you guys can hear me okay. I don't have my mic on. So I don't know. But it is October 31st. I am doing this little nano vlog. I thought this would be cool. I'm not wearing any makeup. I'm sorry. I haven't done any. I've just thrown on my nice um I'm practicing dark arts and crafts shirt from Tea Turtle. I have been working all day on cleaning up the house and getting things ready and prepared for tomorrow. And I don't feel ready. I don't feel ready. I am not ready for it to be November yet. There's been so much to do in the last few weeks of October, all of October really, from fun camping trips with our dojo and with my friends, birthday parties and school events and all sorts of fun things, but it's been a lot, and I do not feel as prepared for National Novel Writing Month starting tomorrow as I normally do. So we can do this. We're going to get through this month together. I am going to do daily vlogs this year again. I did it a few years ago. I enjoy doing the videos with you guys. So hopefully this will work out for me this month. I'm hoping that it is a way to motivate me into getting the words in, despite how busy life is right now. So we will see. We'll see. I have got my notebook prepared because on top of doing Nano, the vlogs, and doing Nano, I am also handwriting Nano. So hopefully this will be a interesting vlog for you guys. I know other people do daily vlogs, but I don't know of any other person who does a daily vlog and handwrites for November. So yeah, so I've got a couple of different things going on. I will show you guys my notebook a little later in the video. Right now I am sitting in the carpool line to pick up my daughter from school. So it's gonna be a bit hit and miss today as I film and get things together. But I wanted to talk and get started on this because it's just gonna be a busy month, and I know there's gonna be some vlogs where it's just gonna be me talking at the end of the day going, oh my goodness, I did it. But I do hope to get some videos and footage from throughout my days as well. So let's see. NaNoWriMo is November 1st to November 30th. It happens every year. The goal is to write 50,000 words in 30 days. I am handwriting my 50,000 words. I am working on an urban fantasy book that I have already started. So I have written this book before, but I am rewriting it from scratch. I will be pulling over some bits and pieces, but I probably won't count those words, as I will probably write most of this from scratch. I have about 30,000, maybe 35,000 words written so far on this novel. So as I'm writing, I will not be counting those words. Traditional NaNoWriMo is where you start with a brand new novel day one and you start writing basically brand new, right? You have an idea, you might even have some plotting or some outline work done, but the goal is to write brand new book starting November 1st. So I am already rebelling by not doing that and doing not only a book that I've written before, but I'm starting from scratch. There's been a lot of changes so far. I have added a completely new subplot to it that is pretty major in terms of how it affects everything else in the book. I've added new characters, again, how that is pretty major with how it affects everything else in the book. So it's kind of, so I'll be writing 50,000 words for that novel. Hopefully I will get it done. I have plotted, I know which scenes I need to write, and I will be working on those. I have one notebook that I hope to write everything in. I hope it will be big enough for what I need to do. If not, I will be picking up a new notebook partway through the month to finish my goal. And then I also want to do something called reverse NaNo, and this is hopefully pretty key to my success this year, because I have some pretty major shifts happening in the end of November. And so if you've been watching my live streams, you know, because I will not be live streaming at the end of November. But yeah, so I want to do reverse NaNo, and this is reverse NaNo is where instead of writing a dedicated 1,667 words every day and just hitting that milestone every day, you front load your month. And so I think I'll have the exact word counts later, but you know, the first day of NaNo, you write something like 3,600 words or something like that. It's up there above 3,000. I know that. So for the first few days, you're writing 3,000 words, and then you start writing 2,000 words. And then it's slowly, your word count slowly decreases each day until you get to the last week where you're writing less than 1,000 words every day. And then the goal is to write one word on November 30th. So we will see how that happens. If I can manage that, I have a feeling I'm either going to be using that last week to catch up on my word count and finish NaNo, or I will go over, because I can't see myself writing one word in a day, just one word. Yeah, I'm either like no words or like 20 words at least. At least one sentence, right? So I have all that going on. I am going to vlog, so hopefully you guys will catch my videos here. But yeah, we'll see how the rest of the day goes. We have, as you can see, it's like rainy and it's cold. We had a cold front come through. I'm really hoping it's not too rainy because kids are really looking forward to trick-or-treating. So even if we go out and get like one street, maybe that might be it for trick-or-treating this year. But yeah, I still have some cleaning to finish. I want to, especially my office. I've left my office for last. But I know I will be staying up till midnight tonight to ring in the NaNo this month. So I am going to distract myself with the cleaning and resetting my office in the later hours of tonight so I don't start early. It's really hard to wait because it's the anticipation. It's almost like Christmas morning when you're a kid for NaNo. If you're a writer and you enjoy the community and the fun. So I will be on my region's Discord doing that. And then I will be I have some NaNo stuff I want to kind of wrap up, some ML work for my region that I would like to wrap up as well. And I want to prep my bullet journal for November. My other notebook that I carry around with me daily, I still need to get that prepared for November as well. So I have a lot to do tonight. I've got to get the kids, we got to get home and do homework and trick or treat. And we need to buy cookies for tomorrow and a whole bunch of other fun things planned, and I've got to clean tonight. So, and then I've got all the Halloween gala on Discord for my region. So we do this midnight madness where everybody who wants to stay up to midnight will kind of chat and talk about anticipation for the new NaNo year, and then we will kick things off with a couple of sprints at midnight on the Discord server. So I am super thrilled and excited for that. And yeah, lots to do tonight, lots to do. Okay. So it's been the evening. We finally got out and did some trick-or-treating. We went and had dinner. It's been a whirlwind of an evening, but I am home. I was working on getting my my notebook ready for tomorrow, for tonight, I guess, because my November notebook. I'm working also in getting my November, my writing notebook ready. And yeah, now I am just waiting for NaNo. It is counting down. I'm like trying to see a clock. We've got I've got about an hour and 10 minutes left before the stroke of midnight and the start of NaNoWriMo. I'm just tired. I had wanted to clean up my office a little bit more, but sorry, my daughter was talking in her sleep. I might have been too loud. I had wanted to clean up my office a little bit more before getting started, but I've kind of hit my limit. And I'm trying to be nice to myself this month because there's a lot going on my plate. So if I'm tired, I am just going to kind of go with it. Excuse me. I did get my flu shot today as well, so that's probably make me tired too. And then we walked a lot in the cold this evening after dinner because of the weather. It was cold and wet. Doing trick-or-treating, so I am just I'm here. So I wanted to show you guys my writing notebook, so I'm going to give you a quick tour of that, and then we're just going to kind of wait for the stroke of midnight, I guess. Okay, so pardon the state of my desk. It is a hot mess, but I wanted to show you guys a up close look of my writing notebook. This is a B6 notebook I got off of Amazon. It's very similar to my Electrum. Okay, so this right here is my Electrum A5 size that I am going to be setting up here in a few minutes for November. And this is my daily planner, meeting notes, sprint log, anything I need to memory keep or anything like that goes into this notebook. For NaNo, now during the rest of the year I draft in here as well. But for NaNo, I wanted to try this this notebook because it's a little bigger. The biggest difference is that it's a soft cover instead of a hard cover. This one's hard, and this is soft. So it's kind of like a leatherette almost, faux leather. I don't think this, I mean, it's got my Jen Robinson or JD Robinson, but there, I don't remember the brand name, and there, I don't think there's a brand name on this anywhere. So, but I got it off of Amazon. It's B6, so you can see right here, like the different size, the size difference, I should say, of it. But other than that, it's pretty much similar to the Electrum. It has the same sort of binding closure, the elastic. It does not have any pages, like table of contents pages, and the pages are not numbered in the corner. But this is kind of my spread for tracking NaNo. It's a little intense, but I'll walk you through it here. So I have a calendar layout here. And then this is actually very similar to a calendar I used back in 2013. And then this is like a normal tracking log like I would normally use in another, like I would normally print out. Rewards I want to use to buy myself when I hit these milestones. And then when I hit par for the day, I want to add a sticker here. Hopefully my stickers aren't too big for this, but that's what I have. But so this calendar, let me see if I can find that, the one I kind of copied off of for this one. Found it. Here we go. So I'm hoping there is a website on here. Yes. So I originally got this from davesia.com. I don't know if he still makes these. As you can see, this is from NaNo 2013. So 10 years ago. Ooh, I don't need to know that. And so what you do is as you write, so here we go, 50,000 words for the win. You fill in for 30 days, you do the 1667. For 5 days a week, you do the 2272. And you fill in your daily words written at the end of the writing day. For a visual record, fill in the blocks for every 250 words written. And then to maintain a regular writing pace, try to fill 7 blocks per day for writing every day, or 9 blocks per day for 5 days a week. I like this method because I get to check off a box throughout my throughout the day. So it's like getting a little, I don't know, it's like a little dopamine hit, I guess is the best way to put it, for each one of these, squares. So as you can see, I did pretty well. And, I had some lighter days throughout the month. I even have a 0 word count day there. That's 1. And then these I finished early. Because, I didn't have a we were traveling that day, so I didn't have any words that day either. But there was quite a few days where I hit over 3,000 words, or close to 3,000 words, and a lot of days where I did well over par. So I really liked this setup, and then you can kind of do a like progress weekly summary of how much you did, whatnot. And this really worked for me that year. So I tried to recreate it here on my spread, and I did not look at the other calendar while I made this. So I think I made it a little different. I did. So I did, whereas this one has 4 blocks on the bottom, here I've done 5 blocks on the bottom. And I think I did that too because I have to, the first day I am writing 3,346 words is the target I'm going for. And then I will write my actual word count on top of those lines. And then as I progress every 250 words, I will check off a box or fill it in. And then here you can kind of see this is the actual par for NaNo. If you follow the NaNo word count from the site. Whereas here is the reverse NaNo. I haven't erased very well here, but this is the reverse NaNo number per day. And then this would be the cumulative target for the reverse NaNo. So my goal then is to write, put my actual word count for the day here, my cumulative total for the month here, and then subtract this from my remaining from 50K, basically, to kind of figure out all of that. And so, like I said, I am trying to front load my month because on the 15th, I'm going to be traveling. So from the 15th to the 29th, I don't know how writing's going to look. And I want to kind of figure out, I want these days to be as light as possible. So to do that, I need to be able to have these days be as heavy as possible, which is going to be crazy when I'm trying to prep so much and do a lot of things this month as well. So I don't know, like I said, if I'm going to be able to do the 50K or just do one word on the 30th. This whole week actually may end up being a catch-up week, where I'm just going to have to manage well as best as I can. You can kind of see, I don't know how well they're showing up here, but I highlighted these days, these couple of rows. That's just showing which days are weekend days. And then I've got week 1 for the first week of NaNo, second week of NaNo, third week of NaNo, fourth week of NaNo. I like to track it that way because first week of NaNo is usually very high scores. Second week of NaNo is usually the worst scores, word counts and all that. So it's just interesting to kind of get to see how that all looks. I'm not going to show you the rest of these pages that I've got in here. I have a few more, but that's all like plotting notes. And then I have some notes for a section for character notes. And then I am going to get started here in about an hour. I'm going to start writing and we will see how that goes. don't, ooh, excuse me. I don't remember the last time I've been up this late. No, I do. It was last week when I was having like a bad bout of insomnia and like pain somnia. But anyway, I'm gonna try not to be too loud because I know my kids are still, my daughter just is still a light sleeper, I think. But so it's after midnight. I participated in a word sprint, the first one of the month that got run on the Discord. And okay, I'm still chatting on the Discord. I'm trying to get out of it, but ML stuff. So like I said, I participated in a sprint on the Discord, and we just went for 15 minutes. So it's almost 12:30. I need to edit this and get to bed. But I wrote just a little bit in my in the scene that I had currently going, and wrote about 159 words to start with. So definitely a little slower than I wanted to be. I was really kind of hoping to finish this, to finish at least one page tonight before going to bed. But I think I'm gonna have to wait. I did calculate that my to hit over 3,000 words, I think I am going to need to handwrite 11 pages in this notebook, but I'm guesstimating. The pages are a little bigger than my A5, so I think I'll be able to get a little more than what I would normally get on those pages. So we'll see. Today, November 1st, is just going to be full of just probably just some trial and error, especially with this notebook. I think this being the first time I've written in a notebook like this, and this is not the first time I've tried handwriting a novel for NaNo, but that first time I did it, it was 2009. I was still very much in an early stage of figuring out my writing process and a lot of other things about myself and my writing process, and writing in general. So I'm hoping this year goes a little better, but we will see. So I have got one sprint down. We will see how many sprints it takes me to get to 3,000 words tomorrow without voice dictation. I hope I can get it in. We will see. So I wish you all the very best tonight and into the first of the month. Happy NaNo all, and I hope the words and the muses are kind to you. Peace, love, and happy writing. Good night.